How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for a new mod map to Farming Simulator 22 called Court Farm Country Park. And we're going to start with the description from the mod hub, and it reads, Welcome to Court Farm. This map is based in Banwell, Somerset, UK. Replica of a real-life farm and surroundings, real-life PDA map. New animals, rabbits. New wind effects. 4 main farms and many more smaller yards, custom lighting and color grading, animated objects across the map, custom textures, PBR with parallax mapping, custom traffic, over 100 HD new models made by myself, 144 fields with missions, small, medium, and large, 207 farmlands, 3 placeable areas where you can build your own production/farms, 9 sell points and BGA, Sawmill, etc., seasoned visuals and random events, trees, hedges, etc., collectibles, highly customizable UK license plates built into map, custom foliage and ground textures, custom sounds, interior farmhouse, precision farming support, mud mod support, UK themed production point, chain, windmill, bakery, new fruits, linseed, field beans, rye, alfalfa, campsite that can be bought to generate money, some smaller yards need to be cleaned out, new plow texture. I hope you all enjoy this map, or I hope you all like this map. This map was created by Oxygendavid and is 873.73 megabytes to download. And if we take a look at the map, this is what it looks like. It's pretty intense. You got a lot of stuff going on here. You start out on the map. Oh, you know what? Before I go there, no mods are required for this map, and you start out here kind of almost right in the center of the map, actually. And if we take a look at some of the fields around here, it's got a good range of prices for fields. So if we click here, we'll see we start out with fields number 40, 46, 48, and 49. 40 is a grass field and is ready to harvest. 46 is a wheat field ready to harvest. 48 is a field with no product in it. And 49 is your main farm. Now, if we take a look at the prices around the map, you can see we've got some smaller ones starting out here, 35,000. You got another one here, 36,000. Again, 35,000, 63,000. Then we start ramping up some of these bigger ones, but still not expensive, about 100,000 each for all these ones around here. Same thing up here, you got 96, 51, 60, like really, really cheap. You got plenty of cheap fields that you can buy very early on, but then you start ramping up. 264, you got 452, got a couple down here in the south, 244. So yeah, you've got a good range, but it's not like break the bank kind of stuff. 421,000. That's really, really good. So you're going to be able to buy up a lot of land relatively quickly. You cannot purchase the entirety of the map. You do start out with animal pastures and pens. Contracts are available on this map. No production chains to start out with, and there are collectibles, 100 to be precise. And if we take a look, there's nothing, no mod specific for this map under the buy menu, but under the build mode, if we take a look under the buildings tab here, there's nothing under the whole section here. If we take a look at productions though, under factories, we scroll all the way to the right, we have this. We have the BGA 250. That one is modded and is specific to this map. Nothing under sell points, greenhouses, orchards, or generators. Under animals, there is nothing under cows, horses, pigs, sheep, chickens, bees, but under others, you do have a modified doghouse. There is absolutely nothing under decorations here, and then landscaping, you do have several additional paint swatches. Now, because we start here at the starting farm, let's take a look at our starting equipment. If we take a look under the buy menu and under owned items, we start with medium tractors. We have a John Deere 4755 and a Massey Ferguson 3670. Under harvesters, we have a New Holland CH770. Telehandlers, we have Ferguson 626 Classic. Trailers, a Crampy half-pipe HP20. Header for the New Holland, the Superflex 25 foot. Under plows, we have the Agromaz POV 5XL. Under cultivators, we have the Horsch Toronto 3FX. Power harrows, the K-brand HR 4040. And seeders, the K-brand Venta 4030. Fertilizer spreaders, we have the Amazon ZATS 3200. Mowers, the K-brand GMD 4411. balers, the K-brand VB3190. Telehandler tools, we have a Magsy manure fork, bale fork, and, well, 2 bale forks. Header trailers, we have the Nardi N40BX, and then lastly, under weights, we have the Kloss W900 and the Agco 650. And that is everything. So let's take a look here. You are standing right on top of the sweep trigger, as you can see there. If we take a look around the house, very, very well animated and awesome house. Like, check this out. There's so many little rooms and doors and entryways. You start out at the upper level, you got your kids' room right in here. You got a little washroom that's connected into an adjoining bedroom, which is where we just started. We then come through here, turn around, come downstairs. Got your kitchen and dining room. Like, this is a really nice, really nice. Open this up, you got your living space in here. And you have your kind of entry and exit point. Let's see, let's come around to this side to start out with. Over here, we have our pig pasture. Room for 70 pigs right here. Right over here, now this is the interesting part about this map. This is your rabbit pasture. Now, I call it a pasture because it technically takes water, so typically pastures require water, barns and pens do not. So this is where you can actually have rabbits and baby rabbits. Now, if I understand this correctly, they essentially work the same as pigs, you know, or even like the non-dairy cattle. You basically raise them from babies and then you sell them when they get to be adults. And you can make a profit based on that. Now, I don't see any places for anything to spawn. I don't know what a rabbit would do other than make babies. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and load up this and take a look what they look like. And there they are. Aren't they cute? Just kind of wandering around. Oh, and running. Very cool. Little rabbits. You got your feed and water points here. And if we take a look under the rabbit section, you can see adult rabbits. Number in brackets refers to the effectiveness of respected food. So you got your grain, your root crops, and your grass. So it looks like what you can do is you can give them things like wheat and barley for their grain. Root crops would be things like their potatoes and sugar beets. And then you have grass. So that is a good combination there. Now moving on down here. Is it, no, it wasn't this way. Over here, here we go. Right here we have our cow barn. Oops, there. No, I'm sorry, chicken barn. No, that's not right. Sorry, there we go. There's the cow barn right here. Room for 50 cows right here. And you have your milk trigger right here. You have your manure heap. I'm standing right over top. Your feed point is right here. And this is handled all by your, or it has your barn, so it doesn't require water. You have a water point right here. And you have your slurry pit right here. And does that have a gate that opens? No, it doesn't. So it's just a little access point right there. Chickens, like I was saying before, is right here. You have room for 50 of those. Feed goes here. And where the eggs spawn inside? That's something that just occurred to me that I don't recall. I don't recall where the eggs spawn. Oh, it might be right there. Yeah, right here. Okay, yep. Yep, okay, perfect. Repair trigger right there. Fuel tank right here. Let's see, just go through my notes. Got the repair trigger. Around the side over here, we have a horse pasture right here. Room for 10 horses there. And then you got your feed point and your water point there. And back here, you have a sheep pasture. Room for 100 sheep here. Water point there, feed point there. Now at this point, we're going to go ahead and grab our tractor and we're going to head on out. Grab this little Massey right here. There we go. Now there are a couple locations on this map that are actually really interesting. So you can see right here as we leave the farm, off to the, well, to my right, this is a campground right here. You can buy these to generate a passive income. So if you go to the map here, and you go to the farmlands view, if you purchase farmland number 190 for $39,864, you will then have access to the generation of that income. And there are a couple of these dotted around the map, so you can purchase both of them, one of them, none of them if you so choose. It's up to you. I just got to remember that this is a UK map, so I have to drive on their side of the road. Now heading down the road, see the lovely windmill right there. And that is going to be our next stop right over here. Now before we stop in there, let's go ahead and stop right here. A few areas of the map here, you will have these. These are just little development land areas where you can purchase the land and be able to actually just, you know, do whatever it is that you want with it, which is really nice. And if you do buy the land, by the way, if you do buy the land here, you can destroy the signs here. So if you just go under the build menu and then you hover over, you can either right thumbstick down, and if you own it, you'll be able to sell this off, but you can also hit the demolish button as well. So right here is the grain mill. Oops, sorry, it's tucked in right in here. You can purchase this for $121,896. And you have your inputs right here and your outputs, oh, right there. Swept right past it. Let's go ahead and grab the tractor and head down the road again. First, we're going to come down this way. Now down here, now right here we have the Valley View Stores sell point, and then right behind it is the Valley View Bales sell point. Now you can see here, you can tell which one's which because you got bales here and you got pretty much nothing at the other one. But just if you see bales, that's the one for the bales acceptance point. You will see some, you know, kind of produce and stuff that are kind of sitting here just to kind of let you know that this is the general place, and then you got bales as a separate trigger. Now heading down in this direction back to the main road, we're gonna then make a left. The roads do get very, very narrow, so be careful. Let's see, believe it's just down here, just a little bit further. Yes, okay. So at this point what I need to do is I need to add in a whole bunch of money, because we're going to be buying quite a bit of stuff. So as much money as this will allow me, and it'll be enough to be able to get us through. There you go, $730,000. Now, if I take a look at the map, let's go ahead and see where we've been and what we've seen this up until this point. So we're here at the main farm. We took everything in here at the main farm. And also, one quick thing, pig pasture, we saw that. But if you look here, it says that we have 2 pig pastures. It's just a symbol, though. You see Court Farm rabbits. So the rabbits are symbolized by the pig emblem. So that's what makes me think that they're very similar to the pigs. They're meant to be fattened up and then sold off. So we started here at the main farm, made our way around. We then came out to see the kind of campgrounds right here. Up this main road here to see the grain mill. Up to here, we saw the Valley View Stores and the Valley View Bales. We then came out to here. If we purchase farmland number 133 for $218,088, you'll see a couple of things pop up here. And you can see Home Farm. Walk in here. Starting over here, we have a silo. And then tucked away in the back, we have a cow pasture, or cow barn, I should say. 100 cows can go into here. You have your milk point there, your feed point there. You have a built-in manure heap right here, and a slurry point right back there. And I believe tucked in right back here is a bunker silo right here. So that is pretty much it for this farm. It's pretty expensive, but not a lot going on at it. So what I need to do here is I need to pull into the farm and need to pull a U-turn because we now have to go check on some other things. And that is, I'm sorry, that is farm number 2. Farm number 1 is our main starting farm. That's farm number 2. There's going to be 4 farms total on this map. So we're going to backtrack just a little ways, go out to the main road, and then we're going to start heading out toward the west of the map. Now the roadways are extremely narrow. The stones do have collisions, but the hedges do not, which is nice. So if you're not that accurate of a driver like myself sometimes, you can get some grace. So as we continue heading out to the west, we're going to come up to this little intersection just up ahead. Now there are other farms kind of dotted around and other buildings that can be purchased, like what we just passed right there. That is purchasable land right there. So if you take a look, you can see you can purchase this area, but it's just buildings and stuff like that. There's nothing that's actually hidden like the previous. So it's one of those that I will skip those ones and not really kind of go over them because there's nothing to really show other than there's buildings. So heading up to this direction, we're getting ready to come up on our next set of points of interest. Tucked away back here, actually. All right. So right here, this is the Tall Trees store. That's the sell point right there. Right there is the Tall Trees Bales sell point. And this is Tall Trees Store Bay 1 sell point. Now continuing on. And as I was mentioning earlier, there are areas where the roads get very narrow and the driving gets rather tricky. So be cautious. Don't play this when you're drowsy or sleepy, because yeah, you're going to very, very potentially get yourself into some hot water or some cool water. It doesn't really matter which. But long story short is you will lose equipment. So coming up here on my left is the next points of interest. So here we're going to turn to the left and then pull into here. And this is your kind of main store area. You do have this cool little animated forklift just kind of driving around. I love that. Come in here, you have your main shop trigger right here. And then tucked away over here, around the back, is your repair trigger right here. And it's things like that. That little animation right there with the forklift just kind of moving things around. That's the reason. It's things like that and all the little details that you'll see throughout this map tour as to why the download, the megabyte count, oh dear, is so high on this map. And I went the wrong way. Avoided the crash, but went the wrong way. There we go. Now here, just hop out. We have our biogas plant. We can purchase the biogas plant for $880,707. You have your solid input here, your liquid input here, and your liquid output, aka your digestate, right there. Big bunker silo right there. Over here we have the Pine Creek stores. That's a sell point there. You have your debris crusher right back there. And then over here you have your Pine Creek bales sell point. Let's head back to the tractor real quick. Now this is what I was talking about, how the road gets very narrow and gets very dense with vegetation. So if you're driving third person, you're going to have to switch certain parts of this map. You will have to switch to first person and vice versa. So it's one of those that get used to kind of bouncing back and forth. It's going to happen. But this is the part I was talking about. See how this road gets it's really narrow, and it's got a big deep creek right beside it. You get down in there, you will lose your equipment. And very likely you ain't getting it out without resetting. But look at this. This is just absolutely gorgeous back here. Like there, that third person view, if I wasn't paying that much attention and I just kept driving straight, I would have gone right into the creek. How stunning is it back here? Like, I absolutely love this. Tons of details, tons of things that are going on. There we go. Now, tucked away over here is the animal dealer. We'll come over to this area. And you hear all that noise going on. Like, listen to that. That's awesome. But now I'm going to back off just so it's not as intrusive. So, you can come to the animal dealer and you can purchase animals directly by clicking on that icon right over there. You can also purchase the animals from your pens and pastures directly using that same exact icon. If you use these icons directly, though, you will have a delivery fee associated to the purchase of your animals. And depending on what kind of animal you're purchasing, it can get pretty expensive. An adult cow will cost you $100 per cow. So you can avoid that price, though, if you come to this location with an animal trailer. Bring it here, load the animals directly into the trailer, and then drive the animals to the pens and pastures, wherever they may be on the map. You will then save that delivery fee and just be the base price of the animal. That's it. So very nice way to avoid extra money that you don't necessarily have to spend, but if you want the convenience of not having to do the work yourself, you can do that too. Right back here is the farmer's market sell point. And then on the other side, farmer's market bales. That's right. Pretty much every sell point has a main sell point area and a bale equivalent. I'm trying to remember. Nope, I needed to go this way. Now we'll come up over pretty much to this map edge right here, and then follow this kind of path. This almost to me looks like a footpath. I mean, it's marked on the map as a actual path, and it also has a little bridge right here, so I don't think this is necessarily a footpath, but it doesn't look like a 2-track either. I don't know, like I said, it just looks like a footpath to me. But I'm going to drive on it. There we go. Now head in this direction. Now, one thing I want to show that's coming up here, it's off to the right. This is probably one of the most stunning features on a map that I've seen in quite some time. Am I going to see it from here? If not, we'll go into third person view and... Alright, you can kind of see it there in the background. Look at that. A full-blown castle. Let's go ahead and just take a look. Look at that. Giant moat and everything. Just an old castle. Like, how cool is that? And you can purchase it. It's extremely expensive, like $9 million or something like that. Very, very expensive. Actually, let's take a look at the map. So we were up at the farm over here, farm number 2. We then came down and around up to... up to here where we took in the Tall Trees stores, Tall Trees bales, and Tall Trees Bay 1. We then came up to here where we saw the shop and the repair trigger. Then came over to here to the BGA right there. We also saw the Pine Creek stores, the debris crusher, and Pine Creek bales. Then we came back and around all the way over here where we saw the animal dealer, the farmer's market, and farmer's market bales. Then came out to here where we're now here. Now this is the area for the castle, and as you can see, $9,681,000. Extremely expensive for the castle, but if you got $10 million laying around and you want to buy yourself a castle, you can do it. Now we're just going to continue to head down this little track here. Again, you have another area that you can buy right there. Okay, let's go ahead and park right here. Now over here, you have your sawmill. The trigger is right back here. You can purchase this for $142,768. You have your outputs right here. Your wood chip output right there. And your wood cell trigger here with your inputs here. And tucked around the backside here. Here you have the Folly Downs store sell point and Folly Downs bales sell point. And then right across the street is our next set of interests. Now, that's something I meant to show too. You see how it says closed gate right there, B on the keypad here. Open hours, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So these should automatically close as of 6 p.m. So, love that feature. Love it. When stores actually open and close and you have some sense of urgency to get things done, that is really cool. Now over here we have... tucked away in the back. This is Longmeadow Stores sell point and Longmeadow Bales sell point. And now we're heading out. We're going to go down this little 2-track right here. Now see, this looks like a trail that I was supposed to drive down. The last one I was kind of questioning just seemed like a walking path that I was just taking because I could take it. But it was listed on the map as a path, so I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it. Cross over here, make a left. And tucked away back here so right here you have the garden center sell point directly in front of me, and then tucked around the back side, you guessed it, garden center bales sell point. Head back out. And now we've got quite a ways to go here. So we're going to take this road all the way down south. But I tell you what, this drive, between the drive in the northern half of the map and this drive along the eastern portion of the map, it is just stunning. And I love how the map maker left this little bit of a periphery. That's something else I should point out just really quick. So we were here roughly on the map. We then came down to the sawmill, and we saw the fellow down stores and bales sell points, Long Meadows bales and store sell point, and then came out to here, came up where we saw the garden center and garden center bales sell points, and now we're down here. You can see this little dotted line here on the edge here, the little brown dotted line. That's the map border. That's where you can actually get your vehicles and yourself up to. So if I were to actually hop out and try to walk through, I can't walk any further than that dotted line. So you can see how it just kind of travels all the way down. But they kind of left just a little bit of a border around the edge of the map to where it actually looks like a very nice, like, it looks like it's supposed to be accessible. It looks like you're supposed to be able to get back there, but you can't. And it looks like an actual animated part of the map, and it's real nice. You're not just getting that kind of outer map perimeter border picture that's all kind of fuzzy and distorted and whatnot. You can kind of see that transition between that nice kind of area here and that not so nice kind of border picture in the background there. So it's really nice how they were able to set that up. You know, you don't fully get to utilize the entirety of the map, but you get that niceness of being able to see a very crisp, clean, playable area and a periphery that's also as crisp and clean as the playable area. So we're just continuing to head down south. And we're almost to the area we need to go, and we're gonna actually have to take kind of a shortcut through somebody's backyard, because when I first came down here doing my little map getting to know the area kind of thing, I didn't realize that this road that I'm getting ready to take is actually kind of incomplete. You do have these little barriers right here too, and I don't know the point or purpose of those. Must be, nope, it was this way. I love the bells ringing in the background. Big city or town right there in the background. Road closed to the left, but you have this road here to the right. Like, that's actually a really awesome peripheral picture. Like, just having that there just makes it look like a real place. And it just looks stunning. Like, this map is amazing in how it looks. So this is the area I was talking about. So it looks like this is a purchasable lot right here to my right, and then another purchasable kind of farm area right here, but you can see the lot's actually blocked off and closed, and it looks like the road's supposed to be there, and I think you can actually purchase this to actually get rid of the debris that's laying around everywhere. But to kind of save time and, quite frankly, money, cut through the backyard here, right along the side, and out this front path. Now let's see, I believe, where's my turn? Oh wait, that was my turn right there. No. There we go. So tucked away back here, Here we go. Whoops. This is the town store sell point right there, and in the back, the town store bales sell point. You can see just how busy each one of these yards, these sell points are. It's just, it really feels alive and like there's activity and stuff going on. And I believe, is it here? And you know what? No, it's down here. That's right. There we go. So right here, we stop here. We take a look at the map. We're out in this area here where we just saw the garden center bales and the garden center sell points. We came all the way down here, up and around to here. We cut through the yard out to this area here. We saw the town store and town store town store bales sell point. Came back out to the main strip and then out to here. If we purchase farmland number 34 for $235,224, you can see a whole bunch of stuff appears. We'll hop out of the tractor and we will kind of make our way through. So starting with your cow barn right here. 50 cows can fit in there. You got your milk trigger here. You got your manure heap right there. Feed trigger right here. And a slurry pit right here. Then is it... Nope, gotta go around here. Tucked away in this garage is a repair trigger right here. Silo right here. And then lastly, you have a sheep pasture. Whoop, too far. I found that you don't have to stand right on top of the reticles here. You can actually step a little bit back. Just if you have your help window open, just kind of walk around until you see the open animal dialogue. 100 sheep can go in here. You got your wool spawn point here, water, and feed over there. And that's it for farm number 3. Let's go ahead and grab our tractor again, get turned around. There we go. Head back out to the main strip. And then I have to remember where the next place is. Let me take a look at the map real quick. Okay, yep, so it's up here just a little ways. So just up here to the left, this is going to be farm number 4. Let's see, entrance is right here. Open this up. And if you go to the map, we're here at farm number 3, drove down the street. Farmland number 181 for $83,112. Purchase that. And now if we come in here, open this gate. So tucked away in here, repair trigger right there. Got your silo right here. You have your chicken pasture for 50 chickens right in here. You got your feed point right there. And then tucked around over here is another rabbit pen. You can see 15. And you've got your feed point here and your water point right there. Now we'll head back out and run right across the street. To the last point of interest. This is Sophie's Sweet Treat Bakery. Open the door here. You have your buy point here, $55,736. It's just a normal bakery, nothing special about that per se. But you have your outputs here and your inputs right there. And that is it. That is Court Farm Country Park. Like I said, there are a couple of areas here that are worth pointing out. So you do have this little area here, and I found that any area where you have these kind of little squares, you can see this little gray square when you highlight them. It's something of interest at those locations. So you can see that one there is a buy point for land. So if we go down to where that land would be, blocking the road, that's all right. We come all the way down here. I believe it was... Was it down? Okay. It was right back in here. So you got your little land purchase here. That's just basically a little area for you to build up, maybe a farm area or something like something that you can kind of custom build yourself. But we buy that back or sell it back. You can kind of search around for all these little areas that have these little gray squares, and there's some kind of like little point of interest there. So again, if we follow that road back down, and then follow this all the way down. Again, you've got this little kind of farm area that you can kind of have as your own area. So it's just little things like that that you can kind of use as little keys. Now there was this area, I think it was down here. Was it this one? Oh, what did I just do? How did I do that? Huh. But you can see how that area there now pops up. Let me go to here. I'm just going to try and make my way to it as quickly as possible. But, yeah, so you just get those little kind of areas that'll pop something up, a point of interest kind of thing. But this one in particular is to remove the junk that's kind of strewn about in some of the yards and whatnot. You also have the campgrounds, like I'd mentioned earlier, that will allow you to be able to generate income, and those are also indicated by the little squares as well. So I believe it was this here. So if you purchase this land like we did here and go into buy menu, I believe that if you click on... It is not letting... There we go. Remove junk. And now, that roadway that was all blocked off before is now free and clear. So that's how you can kind of remove all the junk from there. Again, if you come back up to the main farm here and look here, you see that, again, gray square. And now you have campsite. And that's going to start generating money as you kind of go through. So it's just something to kind of take a look at and keep an eye out for. But I believe that is it. That is Court Farm Country Park. And now it is time to render my opinion. What do I think of this map? I think this map is fantastic. 0 to 5 rating as per usual. And we get new crop types. We get new animals. We get a beautiful, beautiful map that's based off real life locations. Yeah, just everything. Check, 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 check. Just so many boxes get checked by this particular map. What else? Color palette, fantastic. You can just see all the effort and the work that was put into this map was just really, really paid off in the end. And yeah, I would have to give this map a 5. Without a shadow of a doubt. This map is just absolutely stunning. You've got so much to look at, so many things that kind of, keep your attention. You got tons of sell points. I mean, you got animations from smoke. You got the animations from workers running around on forklifts. You've got custom signs that kind of tell you where things are. You got the, Stonebridge Farm Caravan Park. So what is that right here? Yeah, so again, the square for the point of interest, $100,000, and campsite. Now, if we pop out here, we scroll in, check it out. You got all these tents and all these kind of like little mobile homes that it's just a little camp park. Like how awesome is this? And that just gives you a way to just generate a little extra cash, just a passive income kind of thing. No different than any other generators that you would put in yourself. But it's just that one little detail that just kind of takes it a step above. It's just fantastic. I absolutely love it. 5 out of 5 all day long. I love this map. Just fantastic job by the map maker. But I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show him by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing that shows you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.